Hi there, this is Mr. Graves, and we're going to be working on how to put text into a Google drawing. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll start our document. We go up to the waffle, we go to Drive. In Drive we go to New, and in New we go to Google Drawings. Alright, so first let's give our drawing a name. Okay, we're going to call it Text in Google Drawings. Okay. All right, so here's what we're going to do. First off, we're going to divide our Google drawing into 3 spaces. Okay, that way we can compare the 3 different ways you can put text in. So I'm going to put in a couple lines. Selected the line, okay. Click and hold, drag it out. Okay. And then I let go over here. Now for this one, I'm still in editing mode because you can see I still have the plus sign. I'm going to go to select, which gets it out of that. Now I'm going to click on my line and I'm going to Control C, Control V. All right. Then I'm going to grab it, put it down here. That's probably pretty good. Then again, I'm going to go to editing mode. Okay, so let's compare the 3 different ways of putting text into a Google drawing. First way is the one that we've worked with so far, is shapes. Okay, so let's put a shape in. I'm going to go ahead and put in, let's say, a trapezoid, because we can. And so I'm going to draw my trapezoid. Okay, and presumably we're going to type in that. Now you'll notice, of course, that like all other shapes, it comes in with a blue background. It comes in with a blue, black border line. Okay, and it's pretty thin, and it's got, you know, your frame around it, and it's got your thing where you can change the angle of the trapezoid and so on, which we don't need to bother with. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and we're going to type. So I've given you guys stuff to type in class. It's not very long, and just type that in the shape. So here we go. Okay, now I stopped typing for a reason. What I want you to notice is that when I'm typing in this shape from scratch, in other words, I'm not copying and pasting the text in, the text is centered in the space. Okay? Now, what I want you to notice now as I'm going to continue typing is what happens with the text if it fills up the space, if it overflows and goes outside, if that's even possible. Okay, so let's take a look. So, comma, okay, so you can see that my shape did not expand. My text went outside the box. It didn't go any farther right, and it didn't go any farther left. It just got a taller column of text, right? So that's one thing you want to notice. All right, now, so let's go ahead and see about some other stuff real quick here that might be interesting. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select around this. Gets everything. Control C, Control V. So I'm going to put another copy over here because we're going to play with it a little bit. And so, can I make it so that this is taller? Yeah. Okay. And I may have to stretch it a little bit. So you can see that my text will fit because I can make my shape go around it and fit it, right? So now I want to show you the next thing that comes on, okay, and that is a text box. So we're going to go down here now, and this is text box. Some of you guys really like to use text boxes. So I'm going to go ahead and put my text box there. Oh, it didn't stretch to the place that I put it, so it didn't make it as large as this. It just gave me a place to type. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll type. You'll notice that there is no fill color. You'll notice that there is no border color. Okay, so here we go again. Okay, now you notice the text box got a little taller. It didn't expand to the left. It didn't expand to the right. Okay, Let's see what happens if I keep going. Oh, also, you'll notice that the text lined up over on the left-hand side, just so you know, it's not centered. So, my keyboard slides around, sorry. Okay, so again, my text is lined up over on this side. All right, and then let's go ahead and just like we did the other one, we're going to make a select copy. Okay, and again, there's no inside color, there's no fill color, there's no border color. Control C, Control V. We'll put this one over here. Okay. Now, with both of these, a couple things that you need to know. Okay, this one here, you'll see that we've got our text. The text expands up and down, not right or left. Same thing. Text expands up or down, not right or left. The text is centered. The text is lined up on the left. Okay, it's aligned to the left. Over here, we have it so that we can stretch the shape. You really kind of can't stretch the shape when it comes to a text box. Okay, you got what you got, and it's enough to fill the carry the text, and that's it. Okay, now we're going to make this one a little more like this. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take out the fill color, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to lighten up the background color. Now, I'm going to show you a couple tricks with the format options. All right, so with my format options, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do a drop shadow. Okay, drop shadow, got my angle, got my distance, and there you go. You'll see that both the border and the text, which are both visible, cast a shadow behind them. Okay, over here, let's do the same trick. Okay, drop shadow, angle, distance, maybe that far. Okay, you'll notice again the shape, anything that's visible, whether it be the letters or the text, they go ahead and they cast a shadow. Over here with the text box, okay, drop shadow, yes, the text casts a shadow. Okay, you can change the angle. Okay, you can change the opacity, could give it a different shadow color, that works too. Okay, we're going to make this one a little more like this one. Okay, so I could give this, say, like a light gradient blue. I could give it a border color to make it kind of look like a shape. But this is kind of cool. I want you to notice this. See this shape right here? If I right click on this shape, I can change the shape. I can make it an arrow. I can make it a call out. Let's make it, let's make it an octagon. There you go. Do I have that same option here? No, I don't. Okay. Now, can I do all the usual stuff like rotating? Okay, I can do that. So just so you know, those are possible. I can also do reflections and so on. Okay. So that's the two big ones that we normally use, the shape ones and the text boxes. Now this last one is really very different. Okay, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get out of these because what I need is not here. You would be going to Insert, and then you would come down to WordArt. Now you notice when you choose WordArt, you're going to be coming up here and you're going to be typing in this little tiny box. Okay, so now I want to put in an emoji because I want you guys to know how to do emojis in these. Do the Windows key or the Windows logo key at the bottom plus period. Okay, Windows period equals the emoji keyboard. Okay, so you've got your emojis, you've got your cow emojis, which are all like typed character things. You've got mathematical and keyboard symbols and all kinds of other stuff, but we don't need those right now. Okay, with the shapes or with the emojis, you can do faces and people and objects and food and stuff. We're going to choose this one. Okay, when I click on it is when it inserts it into there or into your documents. Okay, so I exit that, I do space, and I'm going to do that. Okay, now here's what it says at the bottom. Use Enter to save. Use Shift plus Enter for multiple lines. So if I hit Enter, there we go. Now you'll see that it doesn't put it down here where I started out. it puts it in the very center of my drawing. I'm going to put it down here. Okay, now, a couple things. You will notice that just like a text box, it does not have a fill color, and it doesn't have a border color, and both of those are lies. Okay, the letters themselves are the shapes. So, if I want to change the color of the letters, I have to go up here. I change my fill color, and it will fill the letters and the shapes. So, I could do that to fill my letters. Now, if I try to do that over here, that's not what I was looking to do. Let's undo that with Control Z. If I want to change my letters, I have to come over to the text color box because this is text. Okay, now, of course, I have to select my text first. That helps. All right, and the same thing goes with this. If I want to make sure that I select my text, then I can go ahead and change it. All right, now, I'm going to show you a cooler trick. These are only solid colors, right? If I double-click on here, I'm going into edit mode. So I've got that. Okay. Now, what if I want to go ahead and add a line? Oh, by the way, here's what happens if I put in more text. Now, if I hit enter, okay, you'll notice that it doesn't increase the height of my box. It increases the length of my box and only over to the right. So I don't want that. Let me change that. Double click, then I get rid of all this junk. Now, let's say I want to add a second line. Well, let's add the second line in a minute. I want to go ahead and I want to do a gradient because I can do gradients with this. So let's go ahead and do a gradient on my text. This controls the border line of my letters. Let's say I make it a dark gray. Let's say I want to make it bold. Let's say I want to change the font. I can do that. Okay, I'm going to make my line a little thicker. There we go. Okay. Now, let's experiment with that thing about making the two lines or more than one line. Double-click to edit mode. Okay, click at the end or use your arrow keys. Use your right arrow key to get down there, and then do Shift-Enter. Okay, Shift-Enter gives us a different line. Okay, Enter, and there we go. Now this treats it like a shape. I can't control the size of my font by using the font menu because it doesn't treat this like text. It treats it like a picture. So I can do this with my text. I can do this with my text. I can rotate my text. Yes, I can. Okay. Now, if I want to give my text a background, there's an easy way to do that. Okay. I go to Shapes. I want to go and do a rounded rectangle. Okay. And then I draw my rounded rectangle. Okay. Oh, you'll notice it's on top. So we go to Arrange, Order, Send to Back. Then I'm going to change the color scheme of my rectangle. There we go. So that is how you go ahead and put text into a document. So try to make yours as exactly as I made mine. Thanks a lot. Bye.